The Season 5 Reloaded update has just came out a few days ago and there's been a fair few changes. So here are the updated top 10 SMGs to be using right now. Every single week I make a top 10 SMG video, assault rifle video and a top 10 class setup video. So if you guys are interested in staying up to date with all of the meta options, make sure to go ahead and subscribe because I will be doing this for this Call of Duty, for the remainder, and also the next one as well. So stick around for those. These weapons will also be in order, so we're going to be starting at number 10 and then we're going to be getting better and better and better as it goes on. So starting in at number 10 is the Bullfrog. Now just because it is number 10, it doesn't mean it's not good. It is still a top weapon and it still is a very good option. But out of all of these ones, I'm going to be putting this one in number 10. For this, we're going to want to use the Grew Suppressor, which is going to help the accuracy of the weapon and the range, and then the Task Force Barrel as well, which is going to help increase the effective damage range, the bullet velocity, and the strafe speed. We're also going to be using the Tiger Team Spotlight, which increases the mobility, and then we want to use the 65 round magazine, which is just a ton of bullets, so why not? And then the final attachment is the Skeletal Stock, which is just going to make this weapon a lot quicker. Try it out, it feels really nice at the moment. In the number 9 spot, we have a super underrated weapon, which is the Modern Warfare Uzi. This is a hipfire build, and it just feels really, really good. The hipfire is super accurate, and the TcTeckk is very good as well. For this, we're going to be starting off with the Monolithic Suppressor, and then you are not going to want to use a barrel. You want to use a 5mm laser and the Merc foregrip. These are both going to help with the hipfire accuracy. And then you want to use the no stock attachment for the mobility, and you want to finish it off with the 50 round magazine. In the number 8 spot, we're going to be going for the Fennec from Modern Warfare. This is also a super underrated option and I really enjoy using this weapon. The TcTeckk is very, very good on this weapon. Honestly, like the TcTeckk is just ridiculously fast. However, the only thing that makes this weapon not as good as the others is the small magazine size and the fact that you have to reload very, very often. For this weapon, you want to use the ZLR Saber, which is going to increase the accuracy and range, and then you want to use the Apex Barrel, which is also going to increase the accuracy and the range of the weapon. We're then going to be going for no stock, which is going to help increase the mobility of the weapon, and then a very important attachment is the sleight of hand attachment, because this is going to help faster reload, and you're going to be reloading a lot with this weapon. 40 round drum is the biggest magazine size, but the fire rate is just so fast. Those bullets go very, very quickly, so definitely stick sleight of hand on. This is the full loadout, it feels really nice. Let's get into the next one. In the number 7 spot, we're going to be going for the Well Gun from Vanguard. This is a very good option at the moment, but it's just not really competing as good as all of the other options in this video. For this weapon, you want to use the recoil booster and the short barrel. These are both going to increase the fire rate of the weapon, just making the TcTeckk a little bit quicker. And then you want to use the stripe angled underbarrel, making it more accurate. The 40 round magazine is next for the increase in recoil control, movement speed, and fire rate. And then you guys are going to want to use lengthened. The Slayer Reflector is the best optic for SMGs. And then you want to use the removed stock, which is just going to make the mobility faster. Taped grip is also going to make the mobility better. And then you want to use acrobatic and also quick to make this very, very quick. The fire rate and the mobility on this weapon is very, very quick, so make sure to try it. In the number 6 spot, we have the Mach 10. Now, the reason I've included this in this video is because it's statistically one of the fastest weapons in the game. So when it comes to mobility and movement speed and also sprinting speed in general, this is just a really fast weapon. So I really like this weapon, and it's nice and simple. There's only 5 attachments to it. So you want to use the Agency Suppressor for the accuracy and range. Task Force Barrel is also going to increase the range and the strafe speed a little bit. You then want to use the Raider Stock, which is going to help increase the mobility, and then finish it off with the 53 round drum and the Airborne Elastic Wrap to increase the ADS, etc. Really, really good class. Let's get into the next one. In the number 5 spot, we have the P90, which is just one of those SMGs that you can literally use as an assault rifle. This thing feels insane at the moment, and once again, if you look at the recommended tab here, this is a recommended weapon, so it is a very good option to use. The attachments are nice and simple on this one as well. I'm just going to run through it quickly. Don't want to talk about it too much because there's only 5 simple attachments on this one. Where is it? There we go. That is the full loadout. So we have the Monolithic Suppressor, the Retribution Barrel. These are both going to help increase the range and just accuracy. TcTeckk laser is going to increase the mobility along with the fly strap and the stippled grip tape, also increasing the mobility. This thing can literally be used at all ranges. It's just an insane SMG. In the number 4 spot, this one is a bit of a weird one. A lot of you guys might disagree with me here, but the CX9 is insane right now. This thing is really, really good. This is a hipfire build and it kills very fast. You want to use the monolithic suppressor, the 5mm laser and the Merc foregrip for the hipfire accuracy, and then the 50-round drum and then the FR stock. This is an incredibly accurate hipfire build. It kills very quick. 50 bullets is quite a lot, but it does have a really, really fast fire rate, so you do have to reload quite often. It's kind of similar to the Fennec, very, very quick fire rate, but it's just such a good class. Next up is the Armada. Even though it received a nerf in the most recent update, it still is a very good option to use. So for this one, we're going to be using the recoil booster and then the short barrel. These are both going to increase like the fire rate, mobility, all of that good stuff, just to make this weapon more of an SMG, making it nice and quick. To make it even more quick, we've got the skeletal stock. We're going to be using the taped grip as well, and then we're also going to be using quick, and that is it for the mobility attachments. For the other attachments, we're going to be using the strife angled underbarrel just to increase that mobility, the slate reflector, and then for the magazine we have the, oh yeah, they've actually nerfed it in the most recent update. This one used to be a 72 round magazine, but now it is a 64 round magazine. It still is the best magazine to use, but they've just decreased the ammo size. And then you want to use the lengthened ammo type to finish it off with the hard scope perk. At number 2, the MP40. This has received a buff in the most recent update, so it is a very, very good option. It always has been a good option, but in the update it got a buff, so it's even better than before. We're going to be using the recoil booster and the short barrel. These are both just going to increase the TcTeckk because it increases the fire rate and it increases the damage to the weapon, so make sure to stick those on. And then for the mobility, we're going to be using the removed stock. We're going to be using the skeletal underbarrel, the taped grip, wherever it is. And then we're also going to be using momentum and quick, and all of those are going to basically just increase the mobility. For the magazine, we're going to be using the Gorenko 45 round magazine. This is a very, very good option. It increases the recoil control, movement speed, ADS and fire rate, lengthened ammo type, and then the slate reflector to finish it off. And in the number 1 spot, we have the Cold War MP5. Now, a lot of you guys are probably going to disagree with me on this one, but you need to try it. It's even recommended in the recommended tab, as you guys can see. It's a recommended option, which means it's one of the statistically best options right now. These are the attachments you guys are going to want to use on this weapon. It's quite a nice, simple class. There's only 5 attachments, but the mobility is insane. The TcTeckk is insane. Everything about this weapon is just top tier. That is it for the video. Subscribe for more and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.